Hello guys, I was asked to create some simple opening guide, simple build guide for Protectorate. Well, we can, I mean, we can try, but first of all I need to say this will be only for 1v1 because I don't play 2v2s. And look at all these maps we have here. So we have 5 main maps that are played on the ladder, and every single map has a different, basically, where you place your building. So we can just, let's say, start with Star Sand, and just to give you a little bit like idea of what to do if you are new to the game. By the way, join the Discord, the official Discord of ZeroSpace if you want to learn more, or maybe my Discord if you want to hang out and maybe do something together. So yeah, so I need to say, so before you jump into the game, there are few like important things, and there are like mercenaries you need to choose. This is basically, it is, I cannot do the build order or simple opening guide without speaking about the mercenaries, so this will be like something like a mixed guide. Okay, let me tell you, Valkaru are interesting because they can produce Valkaru hounds. You produce 4 hounds, they are tanky frontline, your tanky frontline, but keep that in mind, they cost blue crystals, the hexite, which also your commandos cost crystals, so keep that in mind if you are on one base, you know what I mean. Then Valkaru shock troopers, they cost also 75 the purple crystals. Usually I don't see these openings, I see like spamming Valkarus, because if you go to level 2 Tower XP, you can get Hounds of War, and you will basically produce 1 more unit when you click on this. Then we got Chakru Kingdom. This is basically used, what I've seen, these are used, you can produce Clackjaws. They're very tanky, they have a decent damage, they cost the same as the Hounds, but you have only 2. But paired with your other tanky units can be pretty decent. Also, if you are facing Trolls, which is the Legion, and they're like basic unique, you can go with the Chakru Ghost Crabs, but look at this, they cost 100 purple crystals, so yeah, not easy. These are exploding units that will do AoE damage, very useful. Also, if you manage to go into Chakru Hatun, if you go heavy with purple crystals, these units are just insane. Insane pushing power, and if you combine them with the Chakru Cultist, they will heal them. They will heal all of your units. But yeah, you need to build 2 temples here. Because first temple has only like humanoids, and second has Chakru mercenaries, the crabs. Then I will go with R&D. I haven't seen R&D too much, like not really, people are not really playing them. They can have a more flux income, harvesters, casting range, ability cooldown. I will not speak about R&D. 3 crosshairs, their strongest unit is Crosshair Deadeye. It's very expensive for the purple crystals, but it is anti-light unit, so if enemy has a spam of light units, you can just keep sniping those units from the far. Also, Crosshair Rover has like anti-air, good anti-air, and they can shoot while moving. I will not go into details with the raiders. This is more like a micro intensive, but you can also use them. But what is interesting is that you have a like second talent to have more vision and movement speed with your units. Then yeah, and also if you destroy the harvesters and buildings, it will give you like hexite. It is pretty good because you will get not only like purple crystals from harvesters, but also hexite. And if you manage to go like crazy initially, like early push, you are gaining some resources back, even if you are on one base and your opponent just built a second base. You are basically getting a lot. Yar is really good hero, but I haven't seen much of him. He was a little bit bugged in the past, maybe it's not right now, hard to say. If you want to try something like play a tricky, really good hero, like try Jarl. Then we go to the Maran. Maran has the best hero in the game, in my opinion. If you have enough skill with it and experience, she can go stealth, she can do the snipe damage and AoE shockwave grenades, really good against trolls and legion. And regarding the units, the strongest unit mostly used is Maran's sharpshooter. You can deploy these units and they will be shooting in the cone in front. Really strong, like you cannot push into this. It is hard to push and kinda need to kill them because otherwise they are just very strong. I will not talk about tanks, they are obviously also really good. But yeah, okay, let's move on to Endari. I've seen Endari a lot. If opponent has a lot of small units and you need to kill them very fast, Endari Shades, they cost only 225. They have pretty good damage, they have average health, decent health I would say. They cost 225. So this is basically Endari is like one base push, insane push. You just build the temple and you build Endari Needlers, and they have just insane DPS to buildings and to units. But if the opponent spams a lot of small units, you might get overwhelmed because you have only so much ammunition to basically do anything. Then we have Endari Drake. I tried that. Well, it's not that expensive, but it costs 5 population. Okay, 300 health, damage pretty low, but it can do yeah, you can try that. It was a little bit buff, I think, recently, and this is the strongest unit of Endari, and they are a devour. You don't really want to lose them when you have them. They are expensive and they are AoE damage. If you have a opponent that is spamming units, these are really good against that. And also they can shoot air, which is pretty interesting. One of the strongest talents is well, not the strongest, but you can spawn the leeches from the building early on. And leeches are doing some damage to biological units, and then they might be multiplying or something. They're pretty good. Deep 1, which is main building, can transform into the Drake if you use a special ability that will allow you to turn on the night, and yeah, then your building changes into the Drake. But yeah, it is also tricky. So let's get into the game and I will show you, let's say, Endari opening. So first you press F1 and H. F1H, that will start training your prospectors very quickly. You rally points, set rally point to your crystals, and then you can even go 2 harvesters at start or just 1. If you go 1 harvester, then you can build first build W, and that will build supply platform, and then press D and you can start building barracks. Now the thing is, what I'm usually doing is I'm keeping some place in between so my units can pass when they get pushed behind, but maybe you don't need to do that. I'm choosing Perfect Aster, but you can try Shivul Stocks, or yeah, usually you go with the Perfect Aster. What you do later on, well, initially you rally to 1 point on the tower. You can go straight ahead, contest enemy tower, but you can capture your tower on the side. And let me show you, we are building 3 barracks in the back. We can even go with 4 barracks, but it doesn't need. We can go with the research lab in the future. The thing is, 2 auto attacks on the normal mob, and then you can press Plasma Blast. It will basically kill that mob. What you want to do on this point is press H on the... let me show you. You want to press H like that. And you are still capturing and your neutral units are outside, so you are capturing. That's how you maximize your capture rate. Then you go to the middle and you will be most likely either capturing free or contesting the enemy, depending on where he starts to capture. You can try to capture middle as a first thing, but you don't need to. Like you can go like this. Usually when you go this tower is guaranteed to be there for a while. If you go middle will be decaptured usually. If you go to capture the enemy tower or contest as a first tower, you can get even 3 towers at the beginning. Now you can start producing commandos. You don't really need more than 4, but keep in mind you will need soon the third supply. And see, press H. Sometimes you press S as a stop, but after he kills and you are not looking, he just moves out for some reason. I don't know why. So that's why H is like hold position. So I'm using that usually. Then you also have commandos. So you can basically press spacebar, control 1, and now you have a control group. And you can start pressuring the opponent basically. This is always try to press Q on the hero as soon as possible, or sometimes you save, but the idea is to give that damage as soon as possible to him, and put your Q on the cooldown, so you can Q him later on if he stays, or if he has some reinforcements, you can also Q them as well. Very powerful thing is to find the harvesters or laborers or gatherers and try to kill them, because look at how much we are getting. 15, and now his units are all respawns and he cannot gather. So that's basically it. Also, when it comes to the talents, I'm choosing the faster veterancy gain. Heroes can gain veterancy, and second one is spawn group of shadow leeches and allow their production. There are multiple things you can do. For example, now I will stop playing the game, so I will show you, like, this was for barracks opening, but what you can also do is put your barracks in this spot, something like let me think. I've seen this strategy. You place barracks like that, something like that, and now you can do this, right? But if he comes here and he starts pressure these, it is kind of tricky, because you need to like go here, right? And he can still pressure. Maybe it is good, maybe it is not good, hard to say. But also you can try to do something like that. And now if you have your base here, if you upgrade to E, if he tries to push, he cannot really. This is maybe better layout, because he cannot, because these barracks are healing your units if they need to be healed. And if you press E on the operating tower, you will get a turret. So this is pretty good one as well. So how do you do something like that? So this was one base into 4 barracks, and you can slowly add 5th and 6th barrack, and also build T. This is really important, because maybe you should do this as at the beginning. If you produce the deep one at the start of the game, it is very good, but it costs 25 purple crystals. So if you produce this, this bottom white line shows you when the units will be available to produce from this building. These units are really essential in your fightings, because you can get them on the map faster than your commandos. So when I'm producing or opening with a deep one, I usually go 2 barracks and deep one, or I can go, but I will show you now the second opening that there is a possible, or I will show you like multiple openings. You can decide what to do, right? So this was like pure commando opening, and now, okay, host the game, and now we are playing. We are still choosing Endari, right? because there is a different like strategy that I know of with Chakru Kingdom and with Valkaru, and sometimes with free crossers as well. So I will show you everything. So if you like the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and also if you want to like support my channel a little bit like more, you can become a member, which will give me like monthly income, which will be really helpful for me actually. So opening, okay, which we start with 1, 2, 3, and look at this opening. We can start supply platform, barrack, and then place 1 assembly lab. In the meanwhile, we are going to kill something, but also we want to place this unit. And as you can see, that's 75 crystals, and well, we don't have that right now, so we need to get that, right? In the meanwhile, I'm again like cleaning this, and you can do basically something like that, right? And you are capturing. So this is it, and deep one is building right now, and we can run to the middle. You can see the timings as well here on the bottom left. Also, oh yes. So now I'll go to the middle. There is still half minute to get to... let me kill the AI. There is still half minute to get to deploy turret. Sometimes you can just deploy turret on one of your towers, so you can get like protection. And now you can see the deep one is almost built. And once it will be built, we can straight ahead 250 resources, I believe, to produce 2 needlers, which are really strong. We go with faster veterancy, and now we have needlers, and we are going to join our fights with the needlers, and these units can really damage the enemy, and you can even go harass the opponent. For example, you are looking, if he's gathering more than 3 or 2 harvesters, they will be here, so you can start killing them. Basically, that's the idea. If he has, now you have a turret as well, so you can be annoying, and in the background you are building another assembly plant and you are training predators. So this is basically like a tier 2 opening, and of course he went with this. So you are focusing extractors, that's what you do, because you get the crystals from that, and he gets like nothing from this building because he doesn't have extractors. And then you are trying to kill his buildings, barracks, whatever he wants to do. You can place also turret here, right? And in the back you can just produce predators. Now I usually don't go. You need to like also produce some supply. I usually don't go into 3 assembly plants because you just don't have enough income to do that. So this is basically it. What you can do is you can try to upgrade your predators to be able to line the mines. It is pretty strong. They should be invisible. You also are joining your forces with these leeches. They are good anti-organic units. And you are just putting pressure. Now you don't want to lose a single unit here. So what you want to do is shield them as well if you are fighting. And if you see a low health, just press Ctrl Q and teleport that unit back. It is a lot of micro, but it can be, if you manage to do this well, then you have a perfect opening. What you can do with this, you can rely on your hero, for example, and units will be coming in. Look at this, what leeches do. They will go inside the unit, and of course they will do a damage, and now you kill it and they will go outside. Now these units, I think, yeah, they have a past region of the shields. Now, these needlers, or not needlers, but these leeches, it's good to have it on control groups, because otherwise you will lose them if they are in front and the enemy is like shooting. Well, this is not good. But if they are in the back and you have them on the control groups, then you can basically do a lot of damage with them. So that's the idea. This is a attacking opening when you go full predators. In the previous patch, people usually went with 3 assembly plants and they didn't go with like mercenary outposts, but this is really strong because you can just add needlers, and if enemy has a lot of like front line, you can switch to Endari shades, and they are so powerful as well. If you shield them, they are very fast, and they can just jump on the enemy and start killing. They have 24 damage. So this is it. You go with the reinforcements, and if you want to, if you saved enough energy, you can call reinforcements. For example, you can call the Bastions, 3 Bastions, or you can call 5 Commandos or 6 Commandos. I don't know. You can't call Sentinels because you will need to build a mechanical research lab in order to produce the Sentinels. But basically Sentinels are against the heavy armor unit, so most likely usually you don't really go these. So this is basically build order, and you are slowly just either taking up or adding another expansion when you are like attacking units. And well, it depends on the situation. If you are losing too much, if you are not doing enough damage, then it's hard to say if you should go like double the production or double the economy. Well, this was just opening, okay? I cannot tell you. I'm not really that good in the game, so the rest is on you. Now we are going into the third opening that I've seen that people are doing. So let's do it. All right, so the third opening, we can do even like 5 openings or something. This is everything I know, so keep that in mind. They are better players, and maybe they know better. So yeah, again, we're going with the Endari. It doesn't matter right now, because what I want to do, you can choose even different thing. But what we do, we go with 1 prospector, and we go into the stray ahead second building. We don't build anything else. Now choose hero which one you want. You can even afford to not go into the prospector, but in my opinion it's really good because you are getting slow. And what I'm doing right now is contesting the enemy tower, because he spawns here and he's most likely go here and not here. He has hell, by the way. Hell is usually the stronger than your perfect Aster. And what you want to do here, yeah, I cannot really fight that hero. So you are basically going into the expansions, and what you want to do is start making barracks, because this is just a pure opening for spamming commandos. So that's the idea, right? I'm not even creating the deep one right now, because what I want to do, I want to create a research lab, and I want to research the range stray head, because you want to have a range for your commandos. Also, you need to add at least 2 supplies, because you will be producing commandos very fast. So this is like pure commando opening. And question now is when to go to the third expansion. Where to go to the third expansion? Well, if you feel like you are safe, and if you feel you've done enough damage, and if you feel you are ahead of the opponents, so only then you can go into the third expansion, because now it's everything about pressure, in my opinion. All right, so now we can start thinking about the deep one, but not yet, because let me show you when this will be finished. Now look, this is just a first extractor. You are just producing 1. This is producing 9, so you need to chill down a little bit, because you still don't have that big production, but you are really fast here. And research lab is finished, and you go with plus attack range. Now I would like to see that research to be going on the interface somewhere. I don't know if devs are watching, but yeah, I don't want to like go check. Oh, 30 seconds. Yeah. Also, I want to see that in. Maybe it is in the options, but I haven't. I just haven't looked clearly. And now you can apply pressure, like really, because you are spamming commandos. And what you want to do is check for these like hexite, not hexite, but this reach flags, and on the normal flags. You can also try to go. If you think it is safe, if you don't think it is safe, don't do it. And you can go with one harvester you have on the reach flags, and you need to keep adding the supplies. And basically now you are aiming to decapture tower. Sometimes you just take 2 units or 1 unit, you capture top, bottom, and with your main blob you are trying to pressure the opponent. Now I'm not really going into the anything else. I'm not producing the deep one here, which is like mercenary outpost, because I want to create the mechanical research lab. So for that you will need assembly 1 plant, because otherwise we will not allow you. Why we want to go into advanced research lab is because of these talents. Eagle tactics, it will give you like for 4 seconds attack speed, movement speed after you jump. This is really strong. So yeah, I jump, I will be like unstoppable for the duration. Also, if you are attacking with this, there is a like strategy. Press the key that is next to your 1 key on the keyboard, and then you are selecting only hero, because usually hero is in the back fighting, and you want to really try to tank some shots with your hero. So I select hero, I go in front. I also place turrets to tank some shots. I can stun enemy. I can try to like stun as many as possible enemy units. So basically I'm doing a lot of damage with my stun, and now I'm going in front, or where I expect the enemy be coming from his units. If I have a low HP, I can jump away, or I can just run away. Now this was a queue of hell. The grenade very strong. You can expand, you can do whatever, but if you have a mechanical research lab, you just click on Eagle Tactics, and it will be research in 1 minute. Now, what do you do from here? It's basically a mid game, depending on the situation. What you are looking for is level 5 talent. Then you can press Ctrl T, and you will be able to produce the like advanced units, and you usually go with the Hellfire, which is this one. But what you can actually do is now you can start adding more prospectors if you have enough hexite. But if you think your army is small and you are not pushing enough, just add more barracks and keep producing units so your hexite is not banking. Because you need to do a lot of damage. Also, if you see the enemy have something like anti-mass, anti-your units, then be careful, because you don't really want to, you never want to like lose a lot of units. So just keep that in mind. The less units you lose, the faster you can expand, or the faster you can tech up. You are basically trying to go with the War Foundry as well, because once you reach level 5, you can even reinforce the tanks on the battlefield, and that should be GG and at that point. But of course not always, because I'm saying this like it might look easy, but I cannot say like I'm giving you some ultimate answer to how to win every single match, because I'm not even winning every single match, and I'm really facing some really good opponents. So now I go in, I try to hit a Q, and I'm just like doing what I need to do. Alright, so the fourth talent, do you want to have a more attack damage or range? Damage and range. Because these are ability cooldowns, and I don't think usually people are going with Arsenal. It's like having more range with Commandos. Look at this range, it's really powerful. Now you can really do some kitting, serious kitting with your units. What you are trying to do is also like running. If you can't push the main base, you need to run, check these flag deposits, and kill the harvesters if you find so. Alright, so let me think what is there else, what strategy. I can summarize one more strategy. This is actually a long video, so I hope it will be useful for someone. There are not many people actually playing the game right now. I'm a little bit discouraged. I don't like that, but well, yeah, it is what it is. So let's try one more game. But this time I will show you different mercenary group. For example, I can go with Chakru Kingdom. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's just do it. If you are not going Commandos, you are basically, you need to go into prospectors a lot, and you need to protect the prospectors. By the way, with this, you don't need to go Perfect Aster, you can try to go Loikru. I click Perfect Aster, but I think Loikru is a better one. This is the same opening, but only with 3 barracks maximum, and also the research lab. This is one base opening I'm doing right now. You can try to go 2 base or like previously and with the same strategy, but the problem is you will not have maybe enough prospectors. You can try to do that. Like, I'm not saying it's bad, because it's just like it's like a preference, right? And we will be doing so-called tank build. We also want to really have the you know, the not the temple but the mercenary outposts here. So maybe I can postpone my my research and I can go with this one. Also, I think 3 opening is enough, because otherwise you will not have Excite. So yeah, and now we can add the research lab, and we can start adding some maybe prospectors. Hard to say, but we want to do the bastions. That's the main thing we want to do. We want to produce the bastions, and this will be basically something like a tanking. But the thing is, if the enemy has anti-medium units, it is kind of hard, because yeah, you need to know like which composition the enemy is going with. And now what is important is, actually I didn't cap the tower. That will, you need to have a tower and get at least level 1, because that will allow you to also, don't forget to go to the plus 25% health and armor on your bastions. And now you can go with the cultists or Chakru Kalski. If you go with this first Chasky, they're like additional damage to your units. Don't forget to do the supplies, by the way. And so this is additional damage. This is healing your units, pretty powerful. And if you open with the Temple of Stars, you also want to have this one as well. Then you produce the crabs, which are pretty powerful. Now, I don't go with the bottom one, I go with the top one. This will allow you to, if your units are low HP and you press Ctrl Q, they will be teleported much faster to home. And they will be, you can also like start with the 2 barracks only. That will allow you to have also these units. So what we can do is to balance this a little bit, because now you have only this type of unit, but see the armor, how powerful this is. Like, the main building is like shooting you, and you are not taking damage. And if you go play against Inquisitress and he Qs you, that's not enough damage. Look at this. Right? And you can shield and you can teleport. Look at how fast they teleport, and they get also like more HP. So this is like tanky build. Also, if you press M, you can produce Chakru Clackjaws and healers, Chakru cultists. But we need to disable this production, and now I can go into this, and I need the supplies. And the Chakru units revive at their temples, so once you lose the Chakru units, they will be revived. So this is pretty good. Now I can jump in, stun, teleport this unit. Basically, if he doesn't have a mass, it's really hard to kill this. Of course, not really hard, because it depends on the micro. Look at these. Level armor 5, 275 health. If you shield these, it's so strong. And you just try to keep this blob alive, and they do AoE damage, and you are trying to push. And they are medium units, medium armor. That means like anti-light units are not really doing any bonus damage to this. So that's this basically. I don't know, teleporting unit back, it's kind of clunky. You are not sure if you are like teleporting the right unit. Sometimes you just do this. You can like you know, like drag the things. You can do the same with the shield. So yeah, it depends on. Alright guys, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, yeah, please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment, so it will be more pushed with the YouTube algorithm. And I hope like more people will see this game and come play with us, because I think we need more people. I'm not saying like we like don't need people or need people, but it would be nice to have like more people, because I think the game is awesome. What else to tell? I don't know. Any members to join my channel? Thank you for watching. See you on the next one.